The monitors had already begun their slow, unforgiving rhythm, each beep stretching farther apart than the last. Inside the dimly lit military field hospital, the air was thick with urgency and quiet defeat. The SEAL sniper lay motionless on the table, his body battered beyond recognition, his uniform cut away, replaced with gauze soaked deep crimson. He had been pulled from a mission that no one expected him to survive. Multiple gunshot wounds, severe blood loss, and trauma that had pushed even the most experienced doctors to their limits. "Call it," one of the senior surgeons muttered, his voice heavy. "We've done everything we can." Around the room, silence fell like a final curtain. Machines flickered, the heart monitor now dangerously close to flatlining. A life that had survived countless battles was slipping away, not with a bang, but with a fading pulse. Then, the doors opened. A young nurse stepped in, new, unfamiliar, almost out of place in the chaos. Her hands were steady, but her eyes held something different. Not panic, not doubt, something deeper. She scanned the room quickly, then locked her gaze on the dying soldier. "What's his name?" she asked softly. "Doesn't matter anymore," a doctor replied. "He's gone." But she didn't accept that. She stepped closer, gently pushing past them, ignoring the weight of their certainty. She leaned down, close to his bloodied face, her voice barely more than a whisper. "Ghost, can you hear me?" Nothing. The monitor let out a long, flat tone. A doctor reached forward to turn it off. "Wait," she said, sharper this time. The room froze. She leaned in again, closer now, her voice carrying a strange mix of authority and familiarity. "Ghost, you don't leave like this. Not you. Not after everything." For a moment, nothing changed. Then, a single blip. Everyone turned. Another beep followed. The flat line cracked just slightly, like a heartbeat clawing its way back from the edge. The doctors stared, disbelief washing over their faces. One rushed back to the monitors, adjusting settings, checking vitals. It's picking up," someone whispered. The nurse didn't move. She stayed close, her hand lightly resting near his shoulder. "Stay with me," she murmured. "You're not done yet." The soldier's fingers twitched, small, barely noticeable, but real. And then his chest rose, just a little deeper this time. The room erupted into motion. Orders were shouted, machines recalibrated, adrenaline surged back into the space that moments ago had been ready to surrender. But through it all, one question lingered in every mind. How? One of the doctors looked at her, stunned. "What did you say to him?" She hesitated for a second, then glanced back at the man on the table, the sniper they had all given up on. "I didn't say anything special," she replied quietly. But her eyes told a different story. Because Ghost wasn't just a call sign. It was a name buried deep in classified files, a name tied to missions that officially never happened, a name only a handful of people should even know. And yet, she had said it. Like she had known him, like she had been there before. As the soldier's heartbeat grew stronger and life slowly returned to his broken body, one thing became clear. This wasn't just survival. This was something else, something no one in that room could explain.